Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Nikki Haley's speech and what it can tell us about how the primaries are going to shape up and what kind of language we can expect from Republicans as they transition through the primary phase and into the general election. Because we're already starting to get some hints as to what they are going to try to campaign on and what they're going to push back on when it comes to Trump. Okay, so at CPAC, Haley gave a speech. And in it, one of the things that she said that definitely caught the most attention was saying that wokeness was a virus worse than any pandemic or something along those lines, referencing the public health issue that took out, more than 1 million people. What this tells us is that in the primary phase, even those Republicans who are going to try to cast themselves as moderates are going to play into the culture war stuff, and they're going to talk about being woke. This is part of the primary season as they move into the general election, assuming a moderate actually succeeds. You'll see some of that kind of slow down because they've begun to understand that isn't necessarily a winning strategy. The other thing that you can expect to hear repeatedly is that the Republican leadership needs change and they need to do things a different way because they've lost 7 out of the last 8 elections. Doesn't seem like a huge statement. Doesn't seem like it matters. It means Trump lost. That's how they're going to frame it. That's how they're going to push back on his claims. Getting it out there early that he didn't actually win. And this is how you'll start to see the moderates separate themselves from the Trump and Trump-like candidates. So as it moves into the general, the moderate candidates can take that statement and really push back and try to differentiate themselves from Trump. That's what they're laying the groundwork for, assuming that they actually get through the primary. There still is a significant chance that a Trump or Trump-light candidate actually succeeds and gets the nomination from the Republican Party. Most of the Trump-light candidates are engaging in a lot of grandstanding for the primary crowd, even though they haven't announced their candidacy for president yet. A lot of it is so extreme that once they hit the general with it, it may be self-sabotaging. They may have real issues getting anywhere because of some of the political stunts they're engaging in now to set themselves up for the primary. Haley is trying to be the moderate. And if you've listened to her speak lately, you can be forgiven for not really believing that. But the setup that she's putting out there is one of being able to differentiate herself from Trump, from his claims, by acknowledging early on that he didn't win 2020 and pushing that out there so she won't be bound to those claims as she moves through the cycle. The culture war stuff, sadly, that is still going to be their angle, which is going to include a lot of scapegoating of the LGBTQ community. That's going to be their big push. And we've got to be ready for it. So anyway, It's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.